Get ready, NBA fans, because we're diving headfirst into Golden State Warriors' offseason dilemma, and it's a doozy. After a season that exposed some glaring weaknesses, particularly in the paint, the Dubs are on the hunt for a big man. But this isn't just any talent search. It's a high-stakes poker game where the Warriors are looking at an increasingly slim deck. The whispers are getting louder, pointing to a seasoned veteran who might just be their last resort. We're breaking down why the Warriors are facing a potential settle-for-less scenario and what it means for their championship aspirations. Before we unravel this fascinating plot, I need you to show some love for the channel. We're talking about crucial insights and behind-the-scenes takes you won't find anywhere else. So, if you're fired up about this analysis, hit that hype button now. Don't wait. Let's make some noise and push this video to the top. The Warriors center crisis, a looming reality. The Golden State Warriors, a team synonymous with small ball brilliance and offensive fireworks, found themselves utterly outmatched in the trenches this past season. Their lack of size and interior presence became painfully evident, especially when facing formidable opponents like the Minnesota Timberwolves. Relying heavily on Draymond Green as an undersized center simply isn't sustainable for a team with championship aspirations. As they enter the offseason, finding a legitimate big man to shore up their interior defense and rebounding is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. However, the NBA's free agent market for centers is currently as dry as a desert. Seriously, it's a sparse landscape out there. This scarcity is leading many to believe that the Warriors' most likely, if not only viable option, is veteran big man Brook Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks. Brook Lopez, the unlikely frontrunner? At 37 years old, Brook Lopez is undeniably a productive player. This past season with the Bucks, he put up solid averages of 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists over 80 games. He's a proven pro, capable of stretching the floor with his three-point shot, hitting 37.3% this season, and he brings championship experience to the table. But here's the rub. His age and decline in mobility are glaring concerns. While he can still be an offensive threat, his ability to consistently defend agile bigs, protect the rim at an elite level, or dominate the boards isn't what it once was. The Warriors desperately need a defensive anchor, someone who can alleviate the pressure on Green and provide a genuine interior presence. Lopez, despite his positives, isn't the ideal solution. He's not the athletic shot blocker who will instantly transform their defense. Yet, as the offseason unfolds, the harsh reality of the limited market makes him increasingly appear to be their only realistic recourse. The barren market, a harsh truth for Golden State. ESPN's Kevin Pelton, in his recent free agent rankings, painted a stark picture of the center market. Across his top 4 tiers of free agents, only 3 true centers are listed: Lopez, Miles Turner, and Al Horford. Let's break them down. Miles Turner. After the Indiana Pacers' surprising run to the Eastern Conference Finals, Turner is virtually locked in. Indiana will undoubtedly do everything in its power to keep him, effectively taking him off the Warriors' radar. Al Horford and Brook Lopez. This leaves us with 2 veteran options. Horford at 39 and Lopez at 37 are both on the wrong side of 30. For an already aging Warriors roster, bringing in another older player isn't the ideal strategy. The goal should be to inject youth and athleticism, not add more mileage. This dire situation leaves the Warriors in a bind. They need size, defensive stability, and rebounding. Lopez offers some of these attributes, particularly his ability to spread the floor and provide a significant offensive presence. However, relying on an aging big man to solve their fundamental issues at center feels less like a solution and more like a stopgap measure. The Kuminga card, Golden State's wild card. But wait, there's a potential game changer in the Warriors' hand. The significant trade value of young forward Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga represents the Warriors' best and possibly only chance to acquire a center who wouldn't be available through traditional free agency. His youth, explosive athleticism, and undeniable untapped potential make him an incredibly attractive trade asset for teams looking to rebuild or add high-ceiling talent. A sign-in trade involving Kuminga could unlock possibilities for the Warriors to target a more impactful center, perhaps someone younger, more athletic, and with a higher upside than Lopez or Horford. However, executing such a trade is notoriously complex. It requires a willing trade partner, a player who fits both the Warriors' specific needs and their financial constraints, and a careful balancing act of sacrificing future potential for immediate impact should a Kuminga trade not materialize. Or, if the ideal big man isn't found to that avenue, the likelihood of Golden State signing Brook Lopez to a contract near the mid-level exception becomes increasingly certain. While Lopez would still be a solid addition, the franchise absolutely must exhaust every other option, especially those involving a Kuminga deal, before settling for what many view as a last resort. A pivotal offseason ahead. The Warriors are at a critical juncture. Their championship window, while still open, is narrowing. The decision they make at the center position isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about addressing a fundamental weakness that has plagued them and will directly impact their ability to contend. While Brook Lopez might be the most probable outcome given the market, the ideal scenario involves strategically leveraging Jonathan Kuminga's trade value to secure a more impactful and long-term solution. The coming weeks will be absolutely fascinating. Will the Warriors pull off a surprising, aggressive move involving Kuminga? Or will they, out of necessity, settle for the experienced yet aging Lopez? What do you think is the right move for the Warriors? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.